Trojan Sports Now.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Jonathan Sellers.
And I'm Danielle Percival. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Sports. Against Florida International, the Trojans kicked a game-winning field goal with 11 seconds left on the clock. The feeling of winning the game at the last second is hard to imitate, but as good as that feeling is, losing at the last second is equally as heartbreaking. The Trojans' undefeated road record ended Saturday with a 34-27 loss to Florida Atlantic. Now, the number 17 turned out to be a big one in this game. The Trojans were down 17-0 with 5 minutes to go in the first half before reeling off 17 unanswered in 4 minutes and 12 seconds. At this point, Trojan fans are probably thinking they've gotten it in gear. Not so fast. The Owls jumped out to a 9-point lead in the third quarter before the Trojans started making another comeback. Down 6 with under 2 minutes remaining, who are you going to go to for a potential game-winning score? None other than Sean Southward, who takes it 31 yards for the tie, and the extra point gives the Trojans the lead. But here's where the number 17 comes into play again. Graham Wilbert moved the Owls down the field on 9 plays, capped by a William Dukes 22-yard touchdown reception with 17 seconds remaining. Prior to Saturday, FAU had only one other victory on the season.
Great win for them. Terrible, tough loss for us, and we got to deal with it. We're 500 again, and we're looking toward a trip to an SEC venue, University of Tennessee. Great place to go and see a game. Usually find a pretty good football team there.
Well, Danielle, definitely a tough loss for the Trojans, and while the conference title is likely out of the picture at this point, there are still other goals for this team is looking to accomplish.
That's right, and for a look at those goals, we bring in Justin McNally. Justin, what else is there to say except it's been a crazy season?
That's right, Danielle. The Trojan football team has had a roller coaster of a season, to say the least. Whenever momentum swings in their favor, it seems as if it is taken back instantly, and that is the hurdle the Trojans are trying to overcome. Just when it looked as if the Trojans were back on the right track and were going to be the comeback kids they were against FIU, this happened.
22 seconds to go from the 22-yard line. Wilbert's going to go downfield. He'll throw to the end zone. He's got a man over there, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, William Dukes. FAU has taken the lead right back with 17 seconds to go.
That touchdown pass down the Trojans 34-27, and it really diminished the Trojans' chances at a conference title. But the players know they cannot sit back and reflect on the loss.
Whenever you lose, you have to get your head back in the game. You can't go back. If you could go back, a lot of teams would go back and play the team that they should have beat. Despite
the loss, the Trojans still have goals that are motivating them to finish the season strong.
We still got a chance to go to a bowl game, and we still got a chance to have a winning season.
A bowl game, making it to at least 6 wins, hopefully 8. That would be a nice turn of events to get, these last 4.
While these goals may be in place for the Trojans, Davis gives his thoughts on how this game put him back into reality.
Whenever you lose against a team you shouldn't lose against, it shouldn't knock your confidence off. It should just make you open your eyes and realize you ain't really as good as you think you are.
Robinson sums up what Troy has to do for the remainder of the season to regain their momentum.
We got a tough road ahead. We just got to go out and play every Saturday, man, with the intent to win, not playing to lose.
That tough road begins this weekend with the Trojans' second SEC game of the year. You guys will have more on that game coming up, but for now, back to you.
Thanks, Justin. The Trojans might not have been able to finish the deal against Florida Atlantic on Saturday, but in the process, there was a pretty big play that went down in the record books. On Saturday, the Trojans were down by 17 midway through the second quarter and called on kicker Will Scott to get the Trojans on the board. Scott knocked through the first 3 points for Troy and in the process accomplished something much bigger. Scott's 52-yard field goal eclipsed the current record of 50 yards.
It's exciting. Passed up 2 guys that were the guy won the national championship with one of them, and then the other kicker was Mikey Taylor, the guy that was here last year. So, overcame 2 pretty big kicks, but, I'd have much rather had the win.
Scott is 9 of 13 on field goals this season, but the 52-yarder on Saturday might be even more impressive when you factor in the wind, which he says was unpredictable.
The stadium somehow was swirling terribly. So, in warm-ups, I'd kick one, and I'd miss left. And I'd kick the next one, and it'd miss right. And you'd kick the next one and go right down the middle. So, there really wasn't any play in the wind. And I guess I just got a lucky gust right then because I hit it left because I felt it coming over my left shoulder. and it faded back just how I needed it to, so I guess it was a little bit of luck.
While the 52-yarder might not have been in a crucial situation, it was important for the team to put points on the board in order to get in the game. Kicking in crucial situations is nothing new for Scott, who kicked the game-winning field goal against Florida International just a week prior. So how does he stay calm in those situations?
Jock, my holder, does a great job of calming me down, because usually when I get out there I'm just wanting to cream it, and he always tells me, calm down, you got enough leg, don't try and kill it, and usually that helps me out a lot.
What might be most impressive about this kicker is he wasn't even recruited to come to Troy to fill that position.
I came in here as a punter. I just punted last year in junior college, but my freshman year I kicked as well, so I told Coach Wiseman when I came in I'd like an opportunity to try out for kicker too, and he gave me the opportunity, and kind of came unexpected. I think more for them than for me, because I thought I could do it, but luckily I've filled the position well, I think.
Well, this past weekend, 2 Trojan teams traveled to South Alabama looking to sweep the Jags. For the volleyball team, they were also looking for a season sweep. Saturday night, the team knocked off South Alabama for the second time in 9 days. Troy defeated the Jags 3-1, and with the win, Troy remains in second place in the Sun Belt standings, sitting a game and a half over UALR and Arkansas State. Troy was led offensively for the second straight match by Alicia Dukes, who posted a match-high 17 kills. Alexander entered Saturday leading the Sun Belt with 11.42 assists per set in conference play and extended that lead with 50 assists on the night, her second straight 50-assist effort. Courtney Cohen recorded a match-high 19 digs, while Dukes and Alexander each posted 11 digs for double-doubles.
For the soccer team, they were also in action in Mobile, though they were playing on Friday night, and though it took extra time, the Trojan women's soccer team secured the 6th-place seed with a win going into the conference tournament. Louise Ching scored nearly 4 minutes into overtime to give Troy the win over South Alabama 2-1. Chanel Eldon was the other scorer for the Trojans with a goal in the 24th minute of the game. The Jaguars leveled the score in the 55th minute, forcing overtime, where the Trojans prevailed. Then on Wednesday, Halloween, the Trojans faced the 3rd-seed Florida International Panthers in the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. It's supposedly bad luck for a black cat to cross your path, and even though these Panthers are golden, maybe it was bad luck to have them as their first-round opponent. The Trojans fell to FIU 2-0 in the tournament, but did end the season with the 3rd highest win total in the program's history. Troy finished with a record of 9-10-2 after finishing the regular season with 3 straight wins.
A trip to southern Arkansas was the last road trip of the spring for the rodeo team. The women placed in 6th, while the men received no score. Cassandra Smith was the Trojans' big individual star, finishing in 2nd overall in goat tying. Next for the Trojan Spurs will be the annual Trojan Stampede Rodeo beginning November 15th.
The Troy men's and women's cross-country teams both competed at the Sun Belt Conference Championships on Saturday, with each squad finishing 10th. Enoch Karui finished 15th for the Troy men's team with a time of 25 minutes and 58.7 seconds on the 8K course, a season-best time. The top 15 finish earned Karui all Sun Belt honors. On the women's side, Julia Ostendorf narrowly missed all Sun Belt honors, finishing 17th with a time of 18 minutes and 52.8 seconds on the 5K course. The time topped Ostendorf's personal record by a full minute.
Trojan Sports Now.